Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is our group presentation for the final year project. Our group, Mengdatabase, represent about Taekwondo Central System. This system replaces some manual processes with an integrated computer system that captures record, improve customer service, lower operating costs, and also boost customer happiness. This is our team organization plan. Our project manager is Mr. Wan Ahmad Hafizuddin. Our system analysis is me, Mr. Afnan Haris. Our analysis programmer is Mr. Muhammad Adib. And lastly, our database administrator, Mr. Muhammad Luqman Bistami. Our business transaction consists 6 items. The first one is register guardian, second, register student, third, register staff, fourth, register instructors, fifth, register tournament, and sixth, accept payment. We proceed to our screen design. This is our customer registration design. This is for staff registration design. This is for student registration design. This is for instructor registration design. And we also have tournament registration design. And lastly, for payment registration design. Then our document design. Here is invoice and customer receipt. Then we have class timetable and students weekly attendance record.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Ahmad Hafizuddin, so I'm going to present ER diagram for our company. I'm going to start with the guardian. So in the guardian, we have the guard ID as the PK, name, the number, address, the address with street, zip code, and state. So one guardian can has many invoice, and one invoice. Then we go to the staff. We have staff ID as the PK, we have name, IC number, the number, size, and we have the address, street, zip code, and state. So one staff can provide many invoice. Then we go to the class. Class, we have class number as the primary key. We have the instructor ID as the foreign key. We have the schedule. So class can has many invoice. The class must have one student. And then we and can be more. And then we go to the student entity. We have the student ID as the primary key. We have card ID as the FK. We have the student name. We have the class number as the foreign key. We have the belt, sets, the number, and date of birth. Student can join tournament, and student must have one guardian. Then we go to the instructor. Instructor have the instructor ID as the PK, name, the number, address, street, zip code, and state. So instructor instruct one class. Then we go to tournament. We have tower ID, tower number as the PK, student ID as FK. We have class number as the FK. We have address, zip code, and state. We have the tower ID, tower date. Then we have the invoice. In the invoice, we have the invoice number as the FK, card ID, staff ID, class number as the FK, and then we have the invoice date, amount, item name, and quantity. I think that's all for me. Thank you. So I will pass to the Mr. Wei.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Luqman Bistami bin Syamdulani, and now I will continue the presentation on how the queries work on our database project. First of all, open the Oracle, and now connect the user. This our user is stud1, and enter the password. So now we define the table, which is I will do the start command and take the table from folder db02, define table. So there are 7 tables created. So now we do it for the load data into the table. And then the table is already insert the data. And now we go for the basic queries. For the basic query, our group choose the number 2 and number 5. So for number 2 is insert a new staff member into the staff table. So I copy this command and paste the command into the SQL. And now one row is created. So first I will set the precise for 200 and set the range size for 200. So it can easy to see the table. So now we take a look at the staff table, and now we see the S016, which is Abu, is already is insert in the staff table. And now we go for the number 5, which is select all tournament order by date in descending order. So I copy this command and paste it in the SQL. And then we can see the date is ordering in descending, which is we can see the latest and the oldest tournament that have been joined by the student. So now we move on to the operational queries. So for the operational queries, our group choose to do the number 2 and number 3, which is the number 2 is select total number of student for each instructor. So I copy this and put this in the SQL. Before that, I will explain the command, which is this command retrieve the instructor name and the total number of students in their class by grouping the instructor table, class table, and student table, uh, and grouping the result by the instructor and ordering them in by the instructor name. So we can see the SQL. Yes, now we can see the table, which is each of the instructor teach 5 students, which is instructor Ali teach 5 students and instructor Siti teach 5 students. And now for number 3 is select total number of invoice issued by each staff member. Now I copy the comment and put in the SQL. So before that, I will explain the comment, which is this comment select the staff name and count the invoice number as a total invoice, which is it retrieve the staff name and count the invoice number from the invoice table. Then it join the staff table and invoice table and grouping the result by the staff name and ordering them in descending order by the total invoice that have been issued by each of the staff member. So at the SQL, you can see each of the staff have issued 2 total invoice. So now I will pass to my other member to continue this presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sect6V. So I will continue for strategic release, which is 2, and also user view and user review product management. So without further ado, let's go for the strategic release, and I will choose the average status per student. Just copy and paste this. So as you can see, we will release. We'll select the amount of invoice table as average sales, and we choose average function to calculate average amount, and this queries join the 2 table invoice table and also student table on the ID. So this table will like this average sales and the number of average sales, which is 62. So next, I'll go to the number of student per class. So just copy and paste and like this. So I'll select class number from class table and student ID from student table and count it as and name it as students. So the queries join to 2 table, which is class table and student table, on the class number. So this table will group it by class number and the number student in descending order, but the number of student is same, so we can see the order. So the table like this: class C002 and we can see the order is class student by the number of students instead. So next, I will go to the user view and we just view for top management. Save, just copy and paste, and ta-da! So we created. So we create the view for top management view, and we select the 2 name, zip code, state, to date, student ID that we count it as number of student, and amount that we sum it, and then we as total sales. So these queries we join by the 3 table, which is student table, and also the invoice table, student table, and invoice table on the respective ID, which is student ID, and we'll group it by 2 name, zip code, and state, and to date. So you can see from here the view. First, you can see 2 name, zip code, state, to date, number of student, and courses for the top management view. I think that's all from me. Thank you.